Alrighty, folks, it's Farrell with Crowd Surfing down here at the Salt Lake Off-Road Show. All kinds of cool stuff happening here. So let's drive around and talk to some people and find out what's going on.
Oh, hey, buddy. Can't you read the sign? Jeez, some people.
Alrighty, can I get you guys' names?
Phil Rawlings.
Scott Phillips.
And can you tell me a little bit about what it is that you've got going on here?
Off-Road Expo.
So what would possess you to do an off-road expo? What was the reasoning behind it?
There's a bunch of reasons. One, this is Utah. This is off-road country, and we don't have an expo. That's just wrong. It needed to be fixed. So we fixed it.
So you guys are the mechanics, make the off-road expo happen.
That's right.
So
there's another reason too.
All right, what's that?
That's because we need to be able to keep the trails and the access open for the Jeeps and the side-by-sides and the motorcycles. And if we don't all come together to support each other in all of our different efforts, then we're not going to be able to have any place to go, and we're going to be looking at each other in a parking lot revving our engines.
Start taking our clothes off.
Well, now we want people to watch.
Yeah, there is a little...
Alrighty, can I get your name?
Dustin.
And Dustin, can you tell me a little bit about what you've got going on here today?
Sure. We're here representing State Automotive and Cruiser Outfitters and Land Cruiser Direct.
Alrighty, can I get your name?
Rob Anderson.
And can you tell me a little about this vehicle? It kind of looks like an oversized bathtub to me.
You know, you can fit water in there and take a bath, but it's more fun to have water on the outside. And technically, you're hovering above the water 7 to 8 inches. So basically, you have no friction. You can go from asphalt to water, ice. We have different photos of uses for the hovercraft. We were just discussing with some people, ice fishers. It's perfect for them. And I'm going to go to sand dunes next month and just fly around on this thing.
I actually heard you this morning on the radio talking to Tim Hughes, and my son asked, well, what is that whole tread lightly thing about? And I told him, you know, if these people just take their vehicles and drive everywhere, just one person not doing it's a big deal. But when you get 20,000 people, like you said, it's going to be a mountain with nothing. Everything's going to be gone.
Yeah. There are going to be a lot of ruts, a lot of mud holes, no trees, no shrubs. But before that happens, they're going to ban us from being there to protect it. And it's hard to fault them on that. It really is.
What are they, like aftermarket company? What exactly is it that you do?
State Automotive is a service and repair company servicing any kind of vehicle, really, but we kind of specialize in these Toyota, off-road Toyotas, where Cruiser Outfitters supplies the parts, Land Cruiser Direct imports the import cruisers. It's all a happy little universe there.
All under one roof.
Not all under 3 roofs.
I can see how it would go, but how does it stop? You said there's no friction, and you just got to turn it around the other way real quick, and
it's kind of a problem, isn't it? Yeah. So in order to have it stop, there are a few ways. The first way is you can just let off the gas. You don't want to stop abruptly because you can go flying out depending on how fast you're going. The second way is you let off on the gas, so it slowly there is friction or air, with the air and whatnot. So that'll slow you down.
We need to be responsible. It's a lot of fun to go off-roading. It's a lot of fun to go tearing off through a mud puddle. But we need to be aware of what we're doing, and we need to do it in the right fashion and the right manner so that we can do it again later, so that our kids can do it, and so that we can go places and we can have beautiful landscapes to look at.
So where are you guys located at?
We're in Midvale, 8400 South and State Street.
Oh, so you're like a local, because I was thinking maybe you guys are like from out of the state or something.
Nope, we're local. Cruiser Outfitters is local, also in Sandy. Land Cruiser Direct imports them from Japan. He's in Missouri and gets them here because we have this little environment here for them.
If you have to slow down fast, then you can just turn it so that you're flying backwards, and the forward thrust is your brakes. Yeah.
So in an emergency situation, you have to do a donut and then go back the other way.
You do a 180, complete 180, and then you just hope you have the space. That's why your piloting skills are really what determine if you hit something or not.
The other thing that we need to do is we need to change the mindset. Like Phil was saying, we all recreate together and we're all using the same land, but we have this siloed mentality of the Jeep guys aren't talking to the ATV guys and they're not talking to the motorcycle guys, and we're all using the same land and everything. The problem is, when we get involved in a land use issue, it's like the Jeep guys are like, well, that's a motorcycle area and we don't care about that. Well, we need to support them in that effort, because if that area gets closed, they move to a different area and it becomes more crowded, the impact is greater, and all of a sudden it's like, hey, this area is now being impacted.
Do you know how much of a pain that is to get something from Japan to get it to work over here?
I can imagine, yeah.
Are there certain modifications you got to do to make them so they're legal in the U.S., or do they come over pretty much just ready to go?
Ready to go. We go through them mechanically, make sure they're okay, sell them to the public, things like that, but they're ready to go.
Are they brand new, or are they used, or is it both?
Used. They got to be 25 years or older to bring them across seas.
Oh, really? And they're probably right-hand drive, too?
Yep, that one over there is right-hand drive, turbo diesel.
Really? That's really cool. All righty. Well, hey, thank you so much for talking to me. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
So we all need to team together. We need to educate, especially with the explosion of the popularity of the off-road motorsports. So many people now with the side-by-sides can buy a well-built, capable rig, and they go out and they just haven't learned. They haven't grown up in the culture of tread lightly or how to do it. And so we want to make sure that we help educate them on how to responsibly recreate.
As a single person, can you fit more than one person?
Yeah, we've got 3 models. This one right here is the Tornado. 1 to 2 people. Hovercraft are very weight sensitive, right? So this one can handle, depending on which motor it has on it, a 300 to 400 pound weight capacity. And that's basically 1 to 2 people. We have a kid craft. All the little kids would love it. It's about 150 pound weight capacity. And then a 3 to 4 person, our Typhoon, that has a weight capacity 800 pounds.
All right, can I get your guys' names?
I'm TW.
I'm Travis Phyllis.
And what exactly is it you're doing down here?
We do spray-on bed lining and specialty lettering and ghosting and things of that nature.
So, yeah, I see. What, do you cut those letters out of wood or metal or something and then just spray over them?
Yeah, these are all of this is wood that we've just sprayed over. And these placards we bought pre-cut, we spray them and then do our special process we call ghosting. We can put anybody's logos or names or pictures on anything they want.
Just because the vehicle can do it, you probably shouldn't, right?
And the JKs are super popular now, too.
Four-door Wranglers.
Yeah. So, yeah, you can make it up to the top of that hill, but you probably shouldn't if the trail's not already there.
So be responsible, people. That's all it is, right?
That's right.
Are you guys here from Utah? Where are you from?
We're based in Bluffdale, Utah, just next to Draper, between Draper and West Jordan or South Jordan.
You guys got like a website or something?
We do, right there, madhovercraft.com. Yeah, we've been here for a year and a half producing these, and it's a European design that was designed 12 years ago and refined, so we've gone through different models, so it's a proven model.
All righty. Well, thank you very much for talking to me. I appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you.
So the logistics of putting something like this together, I mean, you'd almost have to be insane to want to head up something like this, wouldn't you?
I've never been accused of being the most mentally stable, so
I think our spouses are ready to certify us.
But it's good they support you, right? Otherwise, you probably wouldn't be able to do this.
Been right there along with me the whole way. If I haven't slept, she hasn't slept. So,
all right, can I get your name?
Martin Hackworth.
And Martin, could you tell me what it is that you're doing down here today?
Well, we're down here to support this organization, Utah 4-Wheel Drive, and all the folks that help put this on, the Salt Lake City Off-Road Expo. I'm the executive director of ShareTrails.org, the Blue Ribbon Coalition, and we're the only 50-state organization that keeps trails open.
All right, can I get your name?
J.B. Wagner.
And I have to ask, your coat is a sleeping bag or...
Sleeping bag. It's called the knapsack. So you can sleep in it or you can wear it.
That'd be great if you had a sleepwalking problem.
Yeah. It's great if you have needs for a man. You go camping, you got to get up at night. You don't have to get out of your sleeping bag.
That's great. It has like a little trap door where it needs to be, huh?
Comes right up.
Yeah, man. That is a great idea. You know what I'd do? I'd just make my wife do all the work. I'd sleep, and then when the big day comes, take all the credit. I've been married 3 times. Maybe.
That makes a lot of sense.
There's a correlation in there somewhere.
It's weird. I don't get it either. Alrighty, guys. Well, thank you so much for talking with me. Good luck with your show.
Thank you.
Principally, we support the OHV community, but our mission is to keep the public in public lands. So we support anybody that's having trouble accessing land that they help pay to maintain. So we principally represent folks on motorcycles, Jeeps, snow machines, quads, but we've also represented rock climbers and increasingly mountain bikers.
So is there an issue with public lands and then the government say, no, you can't come out here?
You're kidding me, right?
No,
If it's all the way down, you can cinch it. You can put your arms in and zipper it up, and it's like a mummy bag. So there's different ways to use it. This one would be great at a Ute game.
Oh, because it's red?
Yeah, because it's red. So you can just see in the stadium, you have full mobility.
Except for, are you supposed to take your shirt off and put a U or something on it, then it would ruin it?
Sew something on, So.
Alrighty, is there a website or something where we can find something like that?
Polerstuff.com. POLERSTUFF.
Very cool. Thank you so much for talking to me. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Alrighty, can I get you guys' names?
I'm TW.
I'm Travis Phyllis.
And what exactly is it you're doing down here?
We do spray-on bed lining and specialty lettering and ghosting and things of that nature.
So yeah, I see. What do you cut those letters out of wood or metal or something, and then just spray over them?
Yeah, these are all of this is wood that we've just sprayed over, and these placards we bought pre-cut. We spray them and then do our special process we call ghosting. We can put anybody's logos or names or pictures on anything they want.
When I started riding motorcycles 40 years ago, you could ride pretty much anywhere you want. In Idaho, which is one of the best places to live, about half the trails have disappeared over time. Every time somebody opens up a new monument, most of the OHV access disappears. Increasingly, trails disappear. Forest Service management plans come out. Up at the Bitterroot Mountains just last week, the folks that live in that area up there lost about half of their trails. So it's a serious problem, and the way that the world has been going the last 25 or 30 years anyway is that OHV users are losing access to lands that, again, they help pay to maintain.
So their tax dollars go to it like everybody else's, but you can't use it.
That's right.
Uh-oh, I need some armor all. Some little kid put his sticky hands on there.
They can't even read.
Yeah. All right, can I get your name?
Brian Gardner.
Julie Smith.
And could you tell me a little bit about why you don't have wheels on this and you have tracks?
I have a track fetish. Yeah, the snowmobile wouldn't work for the cabin, and so we had to put tracks on it.
So basically just to get up in the snow is what it's for then?
Yeah, ice fishing and...
It's all season.
Is it?
It is.
I remember back in the day, everybody was wanting the plastic bed liners, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And then it seems like that's went away and everybody's went back to the spray. Why even have a bed liner spray? What's the point of it?
Well, first off, it provides great rust protection. A lot of construction companies, or even just regular, Joe Blow people, they need protection in their bed liners.
And the outdoors are a shared resource, and everybody has a right to access the outdoors. OHV users, environmentalists, people that want to hike. What we represent is fair use. That's what we're for. So we're not an organization that advocates for rape, pillage, and plunder, but they are public lands, and some of the public walks, some of the people rock climb, some of the public drives Jeeps and ride motorcycles. Everybody has the right to access that land in our view.
Very good. Alrighty, well, you got like a website or something that people want to look into this more?
Sure, sharetrails.org.
Alrighty, thank you so much for talking to me. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Does it do better with the tracks than it does tires?
In the snow, and yeah.
Is it any different on anything else?
We took it in the neighborhood at 45 miles an hour, and it's a little bit, but yeah, in the snow and the ice and stuff, it's awesome.
We took it out on Strawberry to do some ice fishing, and it was a blast. It was a blast, yeah.
Other than it's cold when you're ice fishing.
No, not if you have the right equipment.
They want to keep the paint in good condition. They want to keep the rust out. It keeps it from scratching. It helps with dents and things of that nature. Especially for the Jeeps here, they like to do the rockers and the skirts, as you can see that we've done here. Also the fenders. It just keeps it in great condition.
Alrighty, can I get your name?
Jordan Rawlings.
They get harder as we go along. The questions do. Your name is Jordan?
Jordan Rawlings,
And
yes.
you are married to Phil?
I am.
You know, he was telling me that, like, you've supported him the whole way, and if he hasn't slept, you haven't slept, and you've put just as much work into that. Is that true?
Yeah, I got about 4 hours last night and 3 hours the night before. So, yep.
So how does it work? I was looking at it, and it looks like it just hooks to the CV shafts on the... How exactly?
It's got an A-arm bracket that bolts to the A-arm, and then it just bolts onto the lug nuts.
So can you take these off and then put a tire on it if you wanted to?
Yeah, it's take you like an hour.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you ever had anybody come up and say, just bedline the whole thing?
We actually did a full-size 4-door Duramax dually pickup about 2 weeks ago. I was a little unsure at first, being that big of a truck, but I'll tell you, when it was done, it was absolutely show-stopping amazing.
Really?
Yeah, it was really neat to do.
You know what I told him? I said I'd do all the sleep and let the wife do all the work.
Yeah, except for I don't know all the off-road stuff. I just know the office. I know the behind the scenes.
Is that what it is? Oh.
Not this part, the behind the scenes.
Well, it's good to have a guy keep you straight then, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Alrighty, well.
Don't tell him I said that.
No one watches the show. It's all right. You'll never know. Alrighty, well, thank you so much for talking to me. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Come on out.
We had the mounting bracket system put on, so it would be easier. The dealer did it for us so they could calibrate everything and get it on right for us with the alignment again. And then we have the tracks, and we switch them out next week and take them down to the dunes and see how they do.
Oh, that's an idea. I wonder how they would do. Probably do better. It distributes that weight out a little bit better.
It's heavy. It's like a 1,000-pound machine, and so with this, it floats really well
on the snow.
You jump out, and it'll be knee-deep snow, and it's only...
Really?
Yeah.
That's so cool. Alrighty, guys. Well, thank you so much for talking to me about it. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
So can you get it... Here's a dumb question. Is it all just in black? Or like, say, somebody wanted to be pretentious and say, I got a red truck. I want red bedliner.
We offer all colors, but I strongly advise against a lot of the bright colors. The blacks, they hold up much better under UV.
Alrighty, I see you walking around here. You've got a microphone, and you have the biggest voice in the place. Can I get your name?
Matt Westridge, a.k.a. the Big Sarge, president of the Utah Four-Wheel Drive Association, and member of the board of directors of the Blue Ribbon Coalition, and part of Protect and Preserve American Fork Canyon and UPLA, Utah Public Lands.
So when do you sleep?
I'm supposed to sleep? No, nobody told me that. I'm allowed?
You should be like the
I got to renegotiate my contract with somebody because nobody's told me I'm allowed to sleep.
You should
What's up with this?
You should become the president of the Afternoon Nap Club as well.
You know, I get much older. I'm going to be the president of the Afternoon Nap Club, I'm telling you.
Honey, can I get your name?
Bryce Thompson.
Bryce, can you tell me what it is that you're doing down here?
We're at the Salt Lake Off-Road Expo. We're from St. George, Utah, so we came all the way north up to here. But yeah.
All the way to the cold weather?
And all the, unfortunately, crummy weather while we're here this weekend, too.
But we're inside, so that's good.
Inside, so it's good.
We're unaffected by the weather.
Absolutely, absolutely.
The reds, they tend to fade out into a pink fairly quickly. The grays,
tough guy with a pink truck bed. That'd be great.
And I've seen trucks driving along with the red that's just turned out to pink, and it doesn't look very good. The gray tends to hold up pretty well too, so we offer gray. So black and gray is usually what I recommend.
So unless you're a girly man, you'll have a pink truck if you use a red bedliner.
Right.
Alrighty, guys. Well, thanks so much for talking to me. I appreciate your time.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
So how did you get lucky enough to be able to come in and be the MC of the show?
Everybody else is scared from microphone.
Are they?
Yeah.
I've noticed that in time. People don't like microphones.
They don't. They're scared of them. So a lot of my friends say I've got a TV voice and a radio face.
See, and I don't have a radio voice or a TV face. So how I got doing this, I'll never know.
No, you do great. You do great. Like next weekend, I'm going to be out announcing at the Old School Rock Crawl in Delta, Utah. So that's going to be a lot of fun too.
Oh, that's cool. So you do this quite a bit then, the MC.
Oh yeah. I do. I've done demolition derbies. I've done truck and tractor pulls.
So can you tell me a little bit about some of the stuff that you have going on here?
Yeah, so this is an 07 Jeep. All three Jeeps are built by us at our shop in St. George. This one's got a 7-liter Hemi. It's got 610 horsepower. It's got our own custom suspension. It's got coilovers and triple bypasses on all four corners. Dynatrac Pro Rock 80 rear end, 60 front end. It's about as built as you can build a JK.
I'm not really sure what you said, but it sounds awesome.
Well, think of super big, super strong, and super reliable. Rides good, drives good.
All Alrighty, can I get your name?
Ryan Flanders.
And Ryan, can you tell me what it is that you've got going on down here?
So the company's Combustion Motorsports. We do everything side-by-sides from a street legal kit all the way to a full build where you're going to get suspension, turbo upgrades, wraps, really any part that you really need.
So do you have like a website or something, or some way someone can get a hold of you if they want you to come do their event?
Hey, are you guys related?
I don't think so. He's much better looking than I am.
We got the ham and egg crew over here. Okay. That's the boss, though. I mean, I got to, she's the boss. Yeah. So
give her that one.
Yeah, we got to give her that one. Well, I'm on Facebook, Matt Westrich on Facebook. Just
find you there.
Yeah, just find me on Facebook. Like I said, I have a lot. I do weddings too on the side.
Man, you do everything. Look at you.
Yeah, I got a few sound systems, and so I've done a few friends' weddings. And
say somebody's got a Jeep and they want you to do some custom work to it. Do you guys do that as well, or?
That's exactly what the core of our business is doing bumper-to-bumper builds. We still sell lights, we still sell bumpers, lift kits, leveling kits, but the big core of our business is bumper-to-bumper builds, turnkey builds.
So you go buy you a new Jeep, bring it to you, and you make it a better Jeep.
Absolutely, make it a real Jeep.
And radio-controlled cars, too. I mean, you guys have it all.
We have it all. The thing is, it's all about getting the family out. If you can take the kids out and they can have fun doing it, that's how we started out. If I had had those RC cars back in the day, life would have been killer. As we grew up, we got to keep, and we say kids, I put a remote in adult's hand, and he goes home buying one for the grandkid or buying one, or for him, so.
What do you have to do to make them street legal?
So the law is turn signals, horn, you have to have side mirrors, and then obviously get a plate from the DMV. And, the law, I think they're saying 45 miles an hour roads or less. I mean, I drove my Razor from Murray here into the lobby, right downstate.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy smokes. Is that becoming pretty popular, people doing that?
It is, yeah. At Moab, we were there last week. There was probably 400 side-by-sides on the street.
Harley's going to have to start making side-by-sides. It's a whole market.
Hopefully.
All righty. Well, you're probably busy doing your MC duties, but thank you so much for talking with me.
It's great. Great always having Channel 17 with us here.
And we're not related. We're both handsome devils nonetheless.
I mean,
Yeah.
We're good looking, but
the light bars. I remember back in the 80s, everybody had them great big KC daylighters. Now I see everybody's these little tiny bars with the LED lights.
Yeah, the thing is they draw a lot less power. And then in St. George, where we live, we have red dirt, right? So when you're driving a Jeep in red dirt and red sand or the sand dunes at night, you need that white light that gives you the shadows. So when you're driving, you can see the bigger dips. You drive the sand dunes in the middle of the day, you can't see the dips. We go at night with as much lights like as these have on the windshield and the A-pillar and undercarriage lights. It allows you to see what you're actually doing, so you can stay safe out there.
Very cool. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks for stopping by.
So you guys have the LED lights, and what else do you guys sell?
So we do exhaust upgrades. We do headlight upgrades. So by Heretic Studios, very, very bright. So for your night riding, you won't be missing out.
All right, can I get your name?
My name is Colton Rogers.
And Colton, what is it that you're down here with the Forest Service? What exactly is it that you guys are doing?
We're talking to folks at the Expo about responsible recreation pertaining to four-wheel drives. We're talking to them about the areas that they can ride their four-wheel drive vehicles in the Pleasant Grove and Spanish Fork Ranger districts. Our key messages today mainly focus on traveling on the right routes, not going off designated routes, and also traveling during the right time of year. That means making sure the trails are dry and that you're not leaving a huge impact. These are some of the main things people can do to keep the access to the public lands.
All right, can I get your name?
My name is Sean.
And Sean, can you tell me what it is that you're doing down here?
We're down here to promote our business of putting on and making everybody's Jeeps fun to play with and enjoyable out on the trail.
All right, we run into all kinds of celebrities everywhere we go. Right?
That's right.
Yeah. So what are you doing down here?
Just hanging out here at the
Salt Lake Off-Road Fest.
No, it's Utah.
Utah Off-Road. See, I don't even
EXPO.
know. It takes both of us to figure it out.
Yeah, there you go. Utah Off-Road Expo, first year.
So Bill tells me Russ is going to be down here. We got to talk to him. We come up here and I see Skycall. What exactly is that?
Well, we primarily rent and sell satellite equipment for the outdoors.
Like But want a cell phone work?
No, backcountry stuff, satellite phones.
I just saw. Is that like a programmer, like with the diesel trucks? They have those programmers that go and help modify the program.
It is. So it's a bully dog tuner. We use DW Performance tunes. So really, it's a reflash tune that it takes 5 minutes to change the tunes, and you can run from a 15 horsepower up to about 30 or 40 more horse. Just on the Turbo Razor.
That's got to be a lot easier than trying to put a bunch of modifications on it, right?
It is. It's a plug and play. It has all the gauges. You can switch the gauges on the fly as you're driving, and you can run boost, RPMs.
When you go up in the mountains, you see like all these trails that dog here and there and that. How do you keep track of all those?
Yeah, so we go through an annual review of these maps, and we have a great system set up in the Forest Service to track these. It is a lot to take on at times, but fortunately we have four-wheel drive groups that have adopted some of these routes. And so there are eyes and ears out in the field. We also have our seasonal crews that get out there in the field, and you reference these maps.
Satellite phones, trackers, data equipment, high-speed data for the outdoors.
The trackers, actually, I saw that when you guys were on the.
Yeah, you saw this one here, the DeLorme InRace.
It was on the slingshots, and you could get online and track where you were at.
We've had this on all our road trips, and the cool thing is I still have record of it on the map. I got this map of the U.S. with these lines all over the place. It's crazy life.
That'll be good. If you get lost, someone can find you.
Yeah, most people don't want to find us, but yeah. That's the thing. I get a lot of guys that come in and I say, oh, he didn't even see me.
You don't even care, see? You're not as big of a celebrity as I thought.
I am not a celebrity. They say, well, I really don't want anybody to know where I'm at, so I'm not interested in that, so anyway. Yeah.
What is it that you specifically do? I see you got T-shirts and stickers. What else is it that you do?
We do general repair. We do marine work. We do pretty much anything and everything you can pull out of a hat. We can fix it.
Even boats, huh?
Even boats.
Aren't boats kind of difficult to work on?
They are in some aspects. They're really tight, confined spaces to get down into that. But we have a couple of guys that are specialized in boats in most of the bigger names that are out there that we do play with all that kind of stuff. But my aspect is more four-wheel drive and Jeeps and custom fabrication.
If you can get lights on something like this, obviously it's a showpiece, but have you ever anybody deck their side-by-side out with this many lights just to be cool?
All the time.
Really?
Just because more is better, especially for the dunes. Yeah. So the spot we the dunes.
Alrighty, cool. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
These are great documents to help the users know where they can go and when they can go there. This narrows it down really to the width of the vehicle that can go on that route. So they're super useful for the public.
Also, you don't take some great big giant pickup when only a side-by-side will fit down the trail.
Exactly.
Because that's exactly what I would do. I'd have a great big truck and then I'd be stuck.
Yeah, we'd find you and we'd help educate you. We'd help you understand where you can go.
Alrighty, well, thank you so much for talking with me. I appreciate your time.
Thank you, guys.
So, where's your guys' shop located?
We're located in Logan, Utah, just up in Cache Valley.
So, you got a website, anything like that? Someone get a hold of your Facebook page?
Yeah, we do. Website's right here on the brochure, accurateautomotive.net, and we have cards for everybody. We also do Mount Logan Off-Road, which is our four-wheel drive side. Stuff like that.
Okay, very good. Well, thank you so much for talking to me. I appreciate your time.
Thank you for your time.
So you guys enjoying the show?
It is. It's a good time. There's a lot of different stuff here, and we actually went across the way and talked to the people at the gun show and run into our friend Brandon over there.
Did you take cameras into the gun show?
Well, we have to be kind of careful what we film.
No kidding.
But we saw Brandon over there, so that's good.
None of this stuff you can put in a shopping cart, though.
I know. I figure if they leave the keys in one of them, I can probably get out of here pretty cheap. All righty, Russell, thank you for talking with me.
Thanks a lot.
Appreciate it. All righty, folks, that's going to do it for me down here at the Off-Road Show. Some really cool stuff. Make sure you come down, check it out.